Today we'll be comparing Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, and Justin Herbert. Talk about who's better, who would you rather have right now, who would you rather have in 5 to 10 years. So yeah, if you enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe. It really does make a huge difference as I'm trying to grow this channel. And yeah. So on the season, the Bengals are 2-5 with Joe Burrow starting. He's thrown for 2,272 yards with a 67% completion percentage, and he has 11 touchdowns and 5 picks. So, with his yards, it's important to know that the Bengals have attempted the second most passes, behind only the Cowboys. So, his passes are a bit inflated. His passing yards are a bit inflated, but the fact that he's completing 67%, throwing this much, is impressive. Also, the Bengals, you really can't talk about Joe Burrow without mentioning how bad their O-line is. According to Pro Football Reference, the Bengals have the 27th best O-line, or the 5th worst O-line, whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, if you watch a Bengals game, half the time he's running for his life. And also, receiving-wise, Joe Burrow has Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, who's an up-and-coming rookie, A.J. Green, who struggled this year, but he has had a couple flashes of his old self, and also John Ross, who ran the fastest 40 time, I believe. I don't think it's been beaten yet. John Ross has also been injured, important to know. But yeah, so Joe Burrow, he has a good receiving core, but his defense and his offensive line are obviously just subpar, and he has thrown the ball very well this season, and he's mobile enough to escape the pocket, and he has pretty good quarterback vision, quarterback sense, with about a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. As a rookie, that's okay. Obviously you want to get that down, but the Bengals are also 2-5, which I really can't put that blame on him, 2-5, because first of all, their division is probably the second best division in the NFL, with the Ravens and the Steelers and the Browns, 3 playoff teams, legit playoff teams, and with 2 possible Super Bowl contenders in that division. So yeah, and also the Bengals defense is just not anything good, really. But the Bengals do have good backfield, with Joe Mixon and Giovanni Bernard backing him up when Joe Mixon's been out. It's important to note. But yeah, for Miami and Tua Tagovailoa, he has played 2 games, and in those 2 games he's 2-0. Thrown for 350 yards in those 2 games with a 65.4% completion percentage and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I really think the sample size is really too small to really get a good idea of how good of a player he is, but it does tell us what he does a little bit if you watch the game, what he does well. And he's probably one of the most accurate rookie passers in the NFL right now. And his receivers are Preston Williams, who's on IR right now, and Devontae Parker, with Mike Gesicki being his tight end. So not really great receiving help. Not like Patriots status bad, but not great either. And the Miami O-line is ranked 18th, so in the middle of the pack just about. Their defense, however, is top 5 in the league without a question. Special teams, they're the number 1 scoring defense, and they scored, also including special teams, they scored the most points in the league off defense and special teams. A lot of that did come versus the Rams, but it's nice to have a defense and special teams that can just get you easy points that take some of the pressure off the quarterback. But in Tua's last game versus the Cardinals, he was very impressive. I want to say he outplayed Kyler Murray, as Kyler Murray threw for 4 touchdowns, but he played a very good game and kept the Dolphins in it. Without him, I don't think they won that game. If you put Ryan Fitzpatrick in, I don't think they won that game. some of the passes he made were very good, very spot on, very accurate. And yeah. So Justin Herbert. The Chargers are 1-6 from starting. They are 2-6 on this year with Tyrod Taylor playing the first game and getting a win. But yeah, Herbert has thrown for 2,146 yards, 67.3% completion percentage, and 17 touchdowns, 5 receptions. So about a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, which is very impressive. Even for a rookie, that makes it even more impressive. But Herbert does have the best receivers out of the three. He has Keenan Allen, Mike Williams as his wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. The Chargers O-line is middle of the pack. They're about 13th, a little bit better than the Miami O-line. One knock on Justin Herbert and the Chargers as a whole has been that they're 2-6 in the year, and especially how they've lost games. That's really been a bad look for Herbert, as they've blown so many leads, including a recent 17-point lead. And obviously, all of this isn't Herbert's fault, as the defense has been giving up way too many points on the stretch, and the coach just has to do a better job time managing and game managing, just running the ball better, using the clock better when you're up 17 points. You should not give that up. But at the end of the day, to be a good quarterback, you have to be able to win games, and Herbert struggled a little bit with that, especially with how they've lost games. But yeah, overall, right now, I think, without a question, Justin Herbert's the best of the three, the most skilled, most talented from what we've seen. But in 5 to 7 years, long run, who would you rather have? I think Herbert would probably be my pick if I could choose one of the three. Just because he has a deep arm and he looks transcendent. If you watch the Chargers game, the first Chargers game I watched was the Chargers vs. Chiefs game. And although they lost, Justin Herbert pushed Patrick Mahomes, and it was a very close game, very fun game to watch. And he has a lot of Patrick Mahomes-like tendencies in how he just really plays and how he, makes some plays that are just like eye-opening. I would put Tua second, but it's a big if he can stay healthy, as he has had 5 surgeries already, and he's a rookie, so that's obviously not a good look. But he has Drew Brees-like accuracy and mobility like Kyler Murray, and you can't go wrong with that combination. In his last game versus Cardinals, obviously he played exceptionally well. He was very accurate in his throws, and he was able to escape for one nice run, which he duped like 3 or 4 players at the line, and it was just an impressive play. Reminded me of some of the plays I've seen from like Lamar Jackson juking people at the O-line. Joe Burrow, I'll put third, but not because he's bad or like anything against Joe Burrow. I just think with the Bengals, I don't think he can ever win a championship, really. But it's really early to tell, so we never know. But yeah, his skill set's probably the most well-rounded. He can throw well, he has some mobility, but I just don't know if he'll ever be able to win a championship. But yeah, that was the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.